Okay. Hare Krishna, dear devotees, we will now be going live with His Holiness Ram Govinda Maharaj. Maharaj is a very well-known scholar, and we're so grateful to have him give us this wonderful presentation on Sri Radhashtami. So, Maharaj, over to you, and I will be sharing your presentation once you tell me to. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
First, we will do Kirtan for a couple of minutes. Huh?
Okay.
It's okay? Or do I start directly?
No, that Kirtan is fine. Thank you, Maharaj.
Okay. Jai 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 Radhe Jaya Jaya Madhava Daite Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Jaya Radha Radhanata Radha Radhanata Sri Radhe Radha Radhanata Radha Nata Sri Radhe Jaya Giri Govardhan Jaya Giri Govardhan Giri Govardhan Jaya Giri Govardhan Jaya Goranitai Jaya Goranitai Goranitai Jaya Goranitai Jaya Jaya Prabhupada 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada 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 हरिनाम संकीर्तन की जय, जय श्रील प्रपाद की जय. Hare Krishna. Welcome to all the devotees. Today is the most auspicious day, celebrating the Radhashtami, appearance of Radharani in the material world. Srimati Radharani is the personification of the pure love of Godhead. She is the personification of the devotional service. She is Bhakti Devi. Lord Sri Krishna, the Anandamaya, full of the transcendental blissfulness. And Radharani is the personification of love of Godhead. Where is the love, then only there can be blissfulness. Without love, it is not possible to have ananda, blissfulness. Sri Radha is the life and soul of Krishna. Similarly, Krishna is the life and soul of Radharani. Transcendental blissfulness and love are not different. They cannot be separated, abhinna. Once Lord Sri Krishna says in Brahma Purana, it mentioned, Yatha tvam jatadaham cha vedo hi navayodhritam yatha chire dhavalyam yatha gno dahika sati yatha pratyam cha gandhascha tataham tvai santatam. Lord Sri Krishna speaking to Sri Radha said that Yatha tvam cha tataham cha. As you are there, I am. There is no difference between you. We cannot be separated each other. Just like example is yachatire dhavalyam. The whiteness cannot be separated from the milk. Just like in the same way, heat cannot be separated from the fire, and the fragrance cannot be separated from the earth. In the same way, we cannot be separated. So that is Radha and Krishna are one. Chaitanya Charitamrita nicely mentioned. Lord Sri Krishna got so many energies. Om Ajnanati Mirandhasya Jnana Anjana Shalakaya Chachurmilitam Yena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namah Sri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Sri Guru Sri Yuta Padakamalam Sri Gurun Vaishnavam cha Sri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunatha Nitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padam Sahagana Lalita Sri Vishakanitam cha Namam Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prestaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Tinamine Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharini Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pachacya Deshatarine Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Sri Vasadi Gaura Bhaktarunda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. Can you play the PowerPoint? Hare Krishna. Okay. Next slide. It is taken from the Brahma Purana. Ra Shabdocharana Deva Kruto Bhavati Madhava Dha Shabdocharanata Paschat Dhavate Yasa Sambramaha. Lord, it said that simply by vibrating the sound Ra, Sri Krishna's ecstatic jubilation fully blooms. Simply upon hearing the sound of dha, he chases after the vibrator with great iron reverence. Next slide. Ra shabdam kurvatastrasto dadami bhaktim uttamam. Dha shabdam kurvatah pachad yami sarva sravana lovata. Lord Sri Krishna speaking to Lord Krishna says that the moment I hear the sound Ra from anyone's lips, I grant them my supreme prema bhakti. But the next moment when I hear the sound Dha, I completely lose myself and become intoxicated in Radha Nama. Because of my great longing to hear the name of my beloved, I run after the devotees who chant Radha Nama. So that is, as Radha's name is very dear to Krishna, and Krishna's name is very dear to Radharani. Radharani always want to hear the name of Krishna. Next slide. Next slide. Okay. Radheti evancha samsiddha rakaro danavachakaha dha nirvanam chatadhatri tena radha prakirtita. In the Brahmavata Sri Krishna Janma Khanda, Khanda means canto, that the holy name of Radha is fully accomplished in perfection as follows. The syllable Ra denotes the bestowal of a gift, and the syllable Dha indicates nirvana, liberation. Thus, she who mercifully bestows liberation into the eternal kingdom of God, Golok or Vrindavana, is called Radha. Means when you say Radha, wholeheartedly, not the lip service, wholeheartedly, completely with full absorption, we say Radha, the reciter is guaranteed for the liberation. Next slide. Let the name of Sri Radha, in which the two syllables are embodied and which personified avidya, vidya, the ultimate truth, eternal shining in my heart, Radha Rasa Sudha Nidhi, Srila Prabodhananda Saraswati. Okay. So the name, when we say the Radha, it gives the Parabhakti, pure devotional life service to the Lord with the pure knowledge, Paravidya and Parabhakti. Without Paravidya, ultimate truth, knowledge, one cannot get the Parabhakti also. Radheti me jivanam. Again, Prabodhananda Saraswati. Next verse he said that Sri Radha and Radha alone are the nectarian name of Sri Radhe is my life and breath, spoken by. Next. In the Chaitanya Charitamrita, it is mentioned, Radha Krishna Pranay Virkritre Ladini Shakti Rasmad Ekatmano Abhibhuvi Pura Deha Vedam Gatauto Chaitanyakam Prakatam Adhuna Tadvayam Chaikamaptam Radha Bhavad Jyotisulalalitam Naumi Krishna Swarupam. Loving affairs of Sri Radha and Krishna are transcendental manifestations of the Lord's internal pleasure-giving potency. Although Radha and Krishna are one in their identity, previously they separated themselves. Now these two transcendental identities are again united in the form of Sri Krishna Chaitanya. I bow down to him who has manifested himself with the sentiment and complexion of Radha Rani, although he is Krishna himself. In the Golok Vrindavan, once the pastimes are there, Lord Sri Krishna originally was one. Krishna got so many energies. One of the energy, the Chit Shakti. Chit Shakti consists of three energies. Shakti means energy. Radhini Shakti, Sambhi Shakti, Sandhini Shakti. Radhini Shakti is a pleasure-giving potency. She assumed the form of Radharani. Sambhi Shakti, by that energy, Lord Sri Krishna is able to know what is happening in each and every living entity and all the universes. And the Sandhini Shakti is Ananta Bhagavan Balaram, who always eternally serving the lotus feet of Krishna. Radhini Shakti is part of the Chit Shakti of Krishna. Krishna was alone once in Golok Vrindavan. He had a feeling that I want to enjoy. But you cannot enjoy alone. You need someone to enjoy. Because he just had a thought to enjoy immediately. Radhini Shakti, which is part of Chit Shakti, she assumed the form. In the Brahma-Virtu Puranam it mentioned, Avirva Bhuva Kanyaya Krishnasya Vama Pashaha Dhayitva Pushpamameva Dada Vardhyam Prabho Yado. So as Lord Krishna had the desire to enjoy immediately, Radhini Shakti assumed the form. Avri Babhuva Kanyaya assumed the form of Kanya, young lady, from the left side of the body, left side body of Lord Krishna. It is said that from the left hand side of the Krishna, Lord the Radharani appears, Vama Parsha. And as she appeared, took a flower, Dhaitva Pushpamameva, took a flower and offered to the lotus feet of Supreme Lord Sri Krishna. Rase sabhuya goloke sa dadav hare puraha tena radha samasya samakhyata pura vidarbhir dijottama. Rase sabhusha. After that, she participated in the rasa. So first word of the Nama Radharani Ra shows designates the rasa lila of Krishna. And Sadadhavaripura, she went and stood in front of Lord Sri Krishna. So that is how her name becomes Radha. At that instance, from the left side of the Supreme Personality Godhead Krishna, a beautiful divine girl appeared with a smiling face. She immediately brought a flower and offered to the lotus feet of Lord Sri Krishna. She joined in rasa and presented herself in front of Lord Sri Krishna. Therefore, her name became Radha. This pastime took place in Golok Vrindavan. Now, in the incarnation of Lord Chaitanya, both are combined. In one of the pastimes in Golok Vrindavan, Radharani says to Krishna that, hey Keshav, when you are not with me, even for a fraction of a second, I feel morose. But I never see you feeling. You're always smiling only. Don't you feel my separation? Krishna says, Radhe, I don't know what is the morose, what is lamentation. Krishna is the Atmaram. He is happy within himself. So, to understand the feeling of Radharani, why Radharani gets so much attachment to him? Because Krishna doesn't know what is he himself. So you want to understand why Radharani gets, I am so much attached to Radharani, but what makes Radharani to feel so happy by seeing me? And when I am not with Radharani, what is that lamentation due to separation? To understand the feeling of Radharani, Krishna says that I will appear as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. My body will be of Krishna, but my bhava, feelings will be of you. Triradhar Bhavi Ebe Gora Avatar. Hare Krishna Nama Gora Kurile Prachara. Vadhe Ghosh also says same. So in Chaitanya, at the Chaitanya incarnation, Lord Krishna who appeared as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, both are combined. That's why the Chaitanya Tamtam say that both though are separated, but in this incarnation, both are combined. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, the combined form of Radha and Krishna. By worshipping Radha, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, we are pleasing Radha and Krishna both. All the Vaishnavas, Vishnu incarnation, Vaishnavis, there will be auspicious marks in their hands, lotus hands and lotus feet also on the bottom. Without that markings, one cannot be taken as the incarnation. So similarly on the lotus hands of Radharani also, there are some symbols. And the lotus feet also symbol, we will discuss of them. Mataji, can you put that slide? Lotus hands, lotus feet. The slide on the left hand, you can see on the tip of the fingers, you will find this chakra. In the common human being, we all have the conch shells in all the fingers. When you got the time, on the tip of your fingers, apply chalk border, you will find the lines like a conch shell. It's a common for all the human being. On the tip of your fingers, you will find both the hands conch shells. But the one who got some of these chakra symbols, which Radharani, all the fingers of left hand, she got the chakra, Sudarshan chakra. They are one of the most fortunate people. So you can see, we'll discuss what is the meaning of each of these symbols. On the left hand, you can see the Sudarshan chakra, all the tip of the 5 fingers. Elephant, gourd, elephant is there. Ankush, gourd is there. Fan is there. Horse is there. Tree, cow, flag, victory flag, arrow, and javelin, garland, lifeline, the 3 lines, okay? Upper line, the one going between the 2 fingers and coming down is a lifeline. Middle one, the fate line and fortune line. Similarly, on the right hand, the tip of fingers of Radharani, all the 5 conch shells are there. Conch and gourd, palace is there. And sword, whisk is there, bow, drum, and bolt, thunderbolt, Vajrayudha, okay? And pitcher, water pot, Kamandalu, lifeline, fate line, fortune line. The lotus feet, please. Okay. And Radharani's, any Vishnu Tattva, they must have these symbols. Depending upon the type of incarnation, some will have few, some will have all. Like Krishna had all of them, Radha and Krishna. So some of them, in some incarnation, some may have it, but some of these symbols are must they have it. Without that symbols, one cannot be taken as a incarnation of Supreme Lord. Okay. On the lotus feet of Radharani, sacrificial altar, mountain is there, conch, earring, club, chariot, and spear and fish. And the lotus feet, left has lotus feet, barley cone. Barley cone slightly you can see just below the thumb, you will find the 2 lines, that is barley cone. This Sudarshan chakra is there, upcurving line, lotus, umbrella, elephant gourd, flag, bracelet, flower, creeper, and half moon. Some of these symbols are common. Krishna will also have some symbols only for Radharani. You will see the meaning of each symbol. Next slide. Next slide. Altar. This proclaims that the sins of those who meditate on Radha's feet are burnt up. Just like when you are performing the so just by having showed that any Vishnu Tattva will have this altar on their feet. The mountain, it reveals that even though Giri Govardhan is worshipped by all as the best of mountains, still Govardhana in turn serves the lotus feet of Radhika. And also, a person may be having sinful reaction like a mountain, big mountain, but by worshipping the Radharani, by serving the lotus feet of Radharani, one will be freed from the reaction of all sinful activities which are like a mountain. Conch shell, remove all inauspiciousness. That's why in our temple, we always, before and after the arati or any auspicious occasion, we blow the conch shell. The sound of the conch shell is so wonderful that it will chase away all the evil spirits. It creates only auspiciousness. Earring. Krishna's ear always listen to the tinkling sound of Radha's charming ankle bells. Sweet rhythms of her poems, her melodious voice, and the intoxicating ragas of her veena. Next slide. Club. Sri Radha's feet can chastise the elephant of sinful lust. Also, like in the Krishna's hand, also you will find the club. It will protect the devotees. Evil spirit coming, you will hit with the club. In the hand, lotus feet of Radharani, the club indicates that it can chastise the elephant of sinful lust. Well, because sinful lust, desire of the sinful lust is the most biggest impediment on path of the devotional service. By the devotional service to the lotus feet of Radharani, one will be freed of this sinful lust. Chariot. Chariot of mind can easily be controlled by fixing it on Radha's lotus feet and becomes victorious in the battle with Maya. Chariot of Sri Krishna's mind is carried away by loving service of Srimati Radharani. The mind is very difficult to be controlled, not possible to control. But by constantly meditating upon the lotus feet of Radharani, I am constantly serving the lotus feet of Radharani, reciting her holy name. By that process, one will be free of the Maya and will also be purified of his senses. When the senses are purified, the lusty desires will all not be there. In the contaminated state of the senses only, one can have the lusty desires. The entire process of the bhakti is for the purification of the desires. The spear indicates the Shakti, energy. By taking shelter of Sri Radha's lotus feet, it will slash all the miserable bonds of the mundane life. She is source and reserve of all unlimited Shakti powers. Sarva Shaktimai Radha. Though by take, it's okay. Next, the fish. Fish you will find Radharani feet and Krishna's feet also you will find. Fish you can see never stable, always moving. The mind, fickle mind represents the fish. So one must diligently practice meditation on the lotus feet of Radha Govinda. Indicate that she can not live a moment without her Shyam Sundara. By meditating upon the lotus feet of Radha Govinda, Radha Krishna, Radha Radhanath, mind becomes steady. It will be purified of its desire to the fickleness characteristic will be freed. It will become stable. The lotus feet of Radha and Krishna are the source of all the mercy. Mercy of Radharani and Krishna are there in the lotus feet. That's why one must always meditate upon the lotus feet of Krishna and Radharani. Time is less. You know, when Prahlad Maharaj, Lord Narasimhadev appeared, all the demigods were offering prayers. Lord Narasimhadev was not peaceful, he was very angry. They wanted to pacify him, but he is not pacified. Even finally, goddess of fortune, Bhagavati Lakshmi, also came and she offered the prayers, but she was not able to pacify the Lord. When Brahma told Prahlad, Lord appeared for you only, and because of your father's arrogance, he is becoming very angry. Only you can pacify the Lord. Please go and try. Prahlad Maharaj thought, when Lord Brahma, Lord Shiva, goddess of fortune, Bhagavati Lakshmi, could not pacify, who am I? But the devotee, pure-hearted soul, and went to Lord Narasimhadev without looking at his face, straightforward, paid obeisance to the lotus feet of the Lord. With the little lotus hands, Prahlad Maharaj touched the lotus feet of Lord Narasimhadev. As by feeling the touch of Prahlad and his lotus feet, Lord Narasimhadev became cool, became peaceful. Because the lotus feet are the source of all the mercy of the Supreme Lord. All the demigods were not seeing the lotus feet, but they are offering the prayers, seeing the lotus face of the Lord. So Lord could understand, but where Prahlad Maharaj, being a pure devotee, a clever, he touched the feet and he could invoke the mercy of the Supreme Lord. In the same way, when we meditate upon the lotus feet of Radharani, that merciful Radharani will bless us and purify our mind, and the fickleness will be removed, eliminated. Yes, next slide, please. No, fish. After the fish, there is one more. Barley corn. And the right feet, put thumb, and just you will find the small 2 lines are there that signifies that devotees receive all enjoyable opulence by serving the lotus feet of Radha Govinda. Once one finds the shelter at the lotus feet, then the devotee's journey through many births and deaths is cut very short, just like grains of barley. The devotees, when they surrender to the lotus feet of Radha and Govinda, they don't have to worry for anything. Ananyas chintayam tomam yo janah paripasate tesham nichhaviyuktanam yogachemam vahamyaham. Lord says that those who meditate upon me, fully undeviated devotional service, you will take care. Yogachemam vahamyaham. Same as Krishna is merciful, Radharani is also so much merciful, kind to the devotees that whoever taken the shelter of lotus feet of Radharani, they have nothing to worry for anything, materially or spiritually. She is mother, universal mother, so she will take care of all the devotees. Next slide, please. Next. Disc. Sudarshan Chakra indicates that meditation upon the lotus feet of Radha Shama cuts down the 6 enemies. It indicates Tejas Tattva as the principle of brilliance by which Radha Govinda destroys the darkness of sin from within the hearts of the devotees. Radha is the ruler of her kingdom, Vrajamandala. This Sudarshan Chakra represents the Tejas Tattva of the Supreme Lord, By thus transcendental blissfulness, tejas, it will destroy all the reaction, purify the mind. It We all have the 6 enemies: kama, krodha, lobha, moha, madamacharya, lusty desires, anger, greediness, attachment, enviousness, and false ego. These are the 6 enemies. But by meditating upon the lotus feet of Radha, Govinda, one will be freed of 6 enemies. And when these are freed, we are freed of these enemies, and the living entity, the devotee, situated on the pure devotional service, Brahma Bhuta Sthiti, pure devotee of the Lord. The upcurving curve, both you find in Radha's lotus feet and Krishna's lotus feet, indicate that the devotees who cling to the lotus feet of Radhashtami as if holding to a lifeline will be transported to the spiritual world. It indicates that the path to Radha and Govinda is very direct, straight, and narrow like a razor's edge. It also reveals that Radha Govinda's, next slide, lotus feet can reach down to the lowest of fallen souls who take shelter of them and deliver them to the highest destination, that is Goloka Vrindavana. By taking the shelter of Radha Govinda, Radha Radhanath, the line, curved line indicates that even a person in the mode of ignorance, but he had taken shelter of lotus feet of Radha Radhanath, they will be straightway delivered to the highest position, Golok Vrindavan. Condition either one should take full shelter of Radha and Govinda, Radhanath. Surrender is inclusive of the 6 limbs of the surrender are there. Anukulasya sankalpa pratikulasya varjanam rachishyati vishwaso goptrutye varanam yatha atmanichepakarpanya shadvidha sharanagati. When we say surrender, this is inclusive of 6. One should, sankalpa, I am taking a vow, whatever is favorable to serve Radha Krishna, I do it. Pratikulasya varjanam, whatever is not favorable to serve the lotus feet of Radha Krishna, I'll reject it. Devotee must have full conviction that Lord Krishna will protect Rachishati, Vishwaso. Goptrutya, one should have full faith, conviction that Radha Govinda, Radha Radhanath will completely take care of me, protect me, guide me in all ways. Atmanichepa, one should completely surrender. Karpanya, one should have complete humility, simplicity and humility. When you say surrender, it is inclusive of the 6 limbs. When you surrender, then in that surrender, one will free of all the contamination, get the mercy of Supreme Lord. Slide, please. Lotus. Nectar-filled lotus creates greed for prema in the midst of the bee-like devotees who meditate on the lotus feet of Radha Govinda. Also, devotees who remember Radha Govinda's lotus feet will always be fortunate and successful because they will get the prema bhakti, pure love of Godhead. It shows that those who surrender to the lotus feet of the Lord, the lotus indicates that they will be given the pure devotional service to the lotus feet of Radha Govinda. Umbrella, those who take shelter of Radha Govinda are protected from the pangs of the material miseries. When one fully surrenders to the lotus feet of Radha Govinda, Radha Radhanath, take their shelter, you will be fully protected from the material existence. Slide. Slide, please. Elephant god, Ankush it is called, but that little weapon, elephant god, the movement of the elephant is controlled. So it indicates that By taking shelter of Radha Govinda's lotus feet, bring the elephant of the devotee's mind under control. As the elephant is very big with big body, but that can be controlled with a little that gourd. In the same way, the mind is also very big. It got a mountainous desire. So many things are there. It is. So, but when you take shelter of Radha Govinda's lotus feet, Radha Radhanath's lotus feet, it will control the mind and keep them thoughts of the mind on the right path. Only Radha can completely control the mad elephant hero named Krishna. In the same way, when you take the shelter of Radharani's lotus feet, our mind will be fully controlled. That indicates that's why it is represented by the elephant gourd. Flag, always victorious. Devotees, when they fully surrender to the lotus feet of Radha Govinda, Radha Radhanath, they will always be victorious in all activities. Because a devotee fully surrendered, have no material desires. His desire is only how I can please Radha Radhanath, that's all. Because he doesn't have any material desire, and he will be always victorious in all his work. When I have the material desires, Krishna may give or may not give. But I don't have any desire, Krishna will all give whatever needed for your victory. Bracelet, just as always accompanies hand, Radha's feet are always present in the Krishna's hand. The bracelet we always hold in our hand. The same way, Krishna always keeps the Radha's lotus feet on her hands. Creeper symbolizes how the desired creeper of devotees continue to grow until it reaches her feet. Her feet are medicine for curing the disease of materialism. In the 13th chapter of the Bhagavad Gita, Bhakti Lata Bija is nicely explained. The same it is creeper. Okay? The desired creeper of the devotee continue when we take shelter of the Supreme Lord, Radha Govinda, Radha Radhanath. By the mercy of Radharani, the bhakti will flourish, flourish, flourish until it reaches the lotus feet of Radha, Krishna in Govinda, Golok Vrindavan. Then the living entity relaxes there. It shows that Radharani will bestow pure devotional service to that living entity. Next slide. Half moon. Just as the moon showers the nectar with its cooling rays, similarly soothing lotus feet of Radhashtami shower the nectar upon their devotees, which extinguish the threefold miseries. Like in the moonlight, we feel very cool, nice, we feel happiness. In the same way, when we take the shelter of the lotus feet of Radhashtami, Radha Radhanath, the mercy of their nectar, nectar of mercy, will bless the devotees to be free from the threefold miseries: Adhyatmika, Adibhautika, Adidahivika miseries. The three type of miserable conditions are there. All the living entities are subject to this. But when you take shelter of lotus feet of Radharani, because of her mercy, the devotees will be freed of these three miserable conditions. Flower shows that divine fame of Radha's feet spreads everywhere, just like the fragrance of a flower. Also that just as every fruit comes into being after plant blooms, similarly all the spiritual fruits come into being after the first blooming at the soles of Radha's lotus feet. Means our devotional service to the lotus feet of the Radharani will bloom our devotional service. Next slide. In Chaitanya Charitamrita, 25 qualities of Radharani are mentioned. Only 3 minutes left. 10:30 we have the Abhishek. We go through the. She is sweetness personified. She is fresh and young girl, always young. In Golok Vrindavan, Radharani never grows more than 15 years, 9 months, 12 days. And Radha, Krishna also always 15 years old. They never grow more than that when they appear on this earth planet. Though Radharani was on this planet for over 100 years, but she was always like a young girl. Similarly, Lord Krishna was on this planet for 125 years, but he was always like a young 16 years old young man. She is always brightly smiling, possesses all auspicious marks on her body, always on the highest devotional service to lotus feet of Krishna. Expert in art of singing, she can speak very nicely and sweetly. She is expert in presenting feminine attractions. She is modest and gentle. She never fights with Krishna, always gentle. She is always merciful, Karunamayi. She is transcendentally cunning. She knows how to dress nicely to attract Krishna. She is always shy. Shyness, Srila Prabhupada writes in the purports in the third canto that shyness is the ornament of a lady. She is always respectful, patient, grave, enjoyed by Krishna, can agitate Krishna, loved by the residents of Gokula. Next slide. She can give shelter to all kinds of devotees. Radharani never will differentiate good devotee, bad devotee. Anyone taking shelter of Radha Krishna, she gives the shelter. She is affectionate to superiors and inferiors, always obliged by the dealings of her associates. Greatest among the Sri Krishna's girlfriends, she always keeps Krishna under her control. Radharani is one of the names for Radharani is Madana Mohana Mohini. Krishna's name is Madana Mohana. Even Cupid, Madan, got attracted by Krishna's beauty. But that's why Krishna's name became Madana Mohana. But Radharani is so beautiful that even such Madan Mohana get attracted to the beauty of Radharani. That's why Radharani's name is Madana Mohana Mohini. These are the little qualities in simple, in brief. Sometime we get another opportunity to serve you all. Then we'll talk more elaborately on these qualities of Radharani. Radharani qualities unlimited. We cannot glorify her qualities with the little mind. But however, we try to glorify whatever possible with by the mercy of spiritual master and Lord Krishna, whatever intelligence we have, glorify. By that glorification, Radhanath will be very happy. We stop here. Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Radhashtami Mahotsav ki jai, Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrindi ki jai. Hare Krishna Mataji. Any questions for anyone? Did you receive any question?
Hare Krishna Maharaj, thank you very much for the wonderful class. I don't see any questions at the moment. If any devotees would like to ask, you do have a few minutes. You can unmute yourself. The Abhishek is going to start shortly, so we can take maybe one or two. Does anyone have any questions? Maharaj, I don't think there's any questions at the moment, but we would definitely, would like the opportunity for you to give more presentations again. So thank you very much for your kind association and time.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. And dear devotees, the Abhishek is going to start shortly, so please may you go to Facebook where that will be streamed. Thank you. All glories to Srila Prabhupada.